Alright, what's going on guys? Welcome to the Shifted Perspective YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be installing a dash cam into my M3. So the company Audew recently reached out to me regarding their newest, latest and greatest dash cam. I've always liked the idea of a dash cam, but you know, they're kind of pricey and you know, I just never really got around to it. This company reached out to me. They had a new dash cam that they said, hey, we're gonna send you one, you know, just do a video on it and kind of give us your thoughts and sort of things like that. So that is exactly what I'm gonna be doing today. This one actually seems really legit. It's 1080p, it's good in low light, it's good in high light, it has a 150-degree wide angle lens, and it also has something called parking mode. So what happens is your car is off and it's parked, and if someone hits you, it actually has a G-force sensor that turns the camera on, you know, instantaneously within, I think, like half a second or something like that. And turns it on so it can actually see what happened. This does have a battery, and also it does have a connection for USB for the cigarette lighter, so you can plug it into a cigarette lighter and operate it that way. I would like to hardwire this in a long-term solution, but for now I'm probably just going to be switching it from car to car just to see what I like and which car I'm driving the most, and see where it's kind of the most helpful. So let's just get it in the car and I'll give you a little rundown and give you my thoughts. Actually, before we get in the car, so this is the box. Of course it comes with the cord. This goes directly into the camera, and then this has the USB connectivity, so you can probably plug this into your car if you need to charge anything. You can just charge the camera instead of this. You don't have to take up a cigarette lighter. And this is the camera itself. It's pretty small. It has a nice little sleek design. You know, some of them are a little bit longer, so they stick down on the windshield. It has a little suction cup, which you can lock and unlock it. So that's how you unlock and lock the suction cup to the windshield. 1080p, so this is not a 4K camera, but for me, that's really not a big deal. You know, 4K is great, but it's just gonna take up so much space that to me is really not that important. So anyway, small little package, seems really easy, seems straightforward, so let's get in the car. So I installed a 64 gigabyte SD card, the micro SD, and I'm just gonna pop this thing up here. I just clicked my start button twice, so the car's not on, but as you can see, this thing automatically turned on. It's been recording for 18 seconds, which is nice. And of course, I have it wired down here. This is temporary, keep in mind. I'm just showing you guys so you have an idea of kind of how this thing works. It's not going to be a permanent solution by any means. At the very minimum, I can probably just snake it down here and then sneak it in here. I'm going to give you some driving overview, but for now, you know, you kind of get the idea. You know, this thing has a pretty wide angle, and we're just going to kind of go through the menu. Videos, events, photos. So you get to pick 1080, 30 frames, or you can do, you know, all these other settings. I think 1080 30 is fine for me. I don't really have a problem. Normal, economy, or fine. Normal is probably fine, just so you get a little bit more. And then loop recording, essentially that is if, you know, every single, I guess, video is in a 3-minute increment. So you could kind of do it a little bit longer, but then if you have to look for some footage, it might take you longer. I guess it just depends. So we're gonna leave it on 3 for now. Auto recording is on, stamp is fine, anti-flicker, not sure what that is. You can obviously adjust the exposure manually, but we're in Florida, so it's usually pretty bright, so we're not going to mess with that. Headlight alert, I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I will put it on the screen. Motion detection, we're going to turn that on. Park mode, we're going to turn on, which essentially is kind of what I mentioned earlier. G sensor is medium. We'll leave that on medium. Sometimes I take the M3 a little quickly, so I don't know if that really matters. Date and time, 4/21, that is not correct. Car plate stamp. I'm not gonna do that, I don't feel like doing that. Auto power. We'll say after, we'll say 3 minutes. Beep is fine. We'll do medium. So there's a 32 gigabyte SD card in there, which hopefully that's fine. Format default setting version, okay. Honestly, as long as you have it recording, it's probably fine. So think about up here. But for now, we're just gonna plug it in right here, go for a little drive, and that'll be it. It's actually really cool, guys, as I was going through footage from the dash cam, and it actually sorts it into two different folders, one called video, which is obviously the regular 3-minute looped videos of driving around, and the other one is called emergency, which is sort of the park feature where it assumes that, you know, if someone bumps into you or whatever, the camera turns on. And of course this was just me just messing around, so I was in the car getting in or getting out, and then these are actually, the camera was in my bag. I unplugged it and brought it inside, so of course it was recording, thinking something bad was happening. But yeah, so that's really cool. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that quick little overview of my new dash cam from Audew. I'll put in the link in the description and any information that goes along with it. I think that there should be a discount right now. If you use what I put in the description, it actually gives you a further discount. This thing is not very expensive in general, but if you use my code, it'll give you a discount. I don't get anything from it, but you guys will get you know, a percentage off of the price of this thing. And I would say it's definitely worth checking out. So far so good. It seems good build quality. Camera looks good, and I'll give you guys updates as they come. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next time.